number on the screen where you have to call. So the questions are going to be from yourself. So I'm going to start with just the one question, and after that, we're going to allow a mic to be taken around to whoever puts their hands up and wants to ask a question. And I'm sure you'll have many. I'm sure you get asked this question many, many times over, your journey to the work that you're doing now. And I remember asking you this sitting in Excel in front of a crowd of about 10,000-15,000 people at the first GPU. But just to remind everyone, I'm pretty sure most of us here already know the story, but let's just remind ourselves how it came from that beautiful voice to even a more beautiful voice today.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulih al-Kareem. Jazakallah, my dear Islam. First of all, I would like you all to put your hands together for my host. Wonderful gentleman, always very helpful, and every time I come to a program like this, the first thing that I ask Sabu is, have you called Rizwan? And when he says yes, then I say, okay, no problem, because he's going to be here, then I don't need to be on time. So, mashallah, it's good to see you here again. I think we are here in this world for a purpose, each and every one of us. And I think the Creator has given us this great ability of making intentions. You see, the funny thing is that the intention, you don't need to make an effort to make an intention. There's not much that you need to do to make an intention. Still, we spend half of the life is gone, so many years of my life is gone, and I am unable to make an intention. That, I want to do this for so many people. I want to do this for so many people. The problem is that every time you make an intention, you think of the facilities that are available to you. You think about what all you can do, and one is not thinking about the Almighty, what all the Almighty can do. So what you do is, when you develop a connection with the Almighty, when you develop a connection with the Creator, that is when the horizons broaden. That is when the horizons broaden and you realize, yes, I cannot do this, but if the Almighty is with me, then I can do that much. And then I can achieve that much, and then I can do this much. And then whilst you're trying to make that effort in this world, you're also praying to Allah, oh Allah, I'm doing this, and I'm doing this for the benefit of the mankind. I'm doing this for your people. I know I cannot do this all by myself. I don't have the capability, I don't have the strength to do it, but you're the one who can help me to do it. Please help me achieve this. I think that is what probably I did.
MashaAllah. As I said in my introduction, being the kind of iconic figure you were and still are in Pakistan, you could have gone for any very big charity and become their ambassador. When you started working with Muslim charity, it was a very, very small charity. It was in its kind of very beginning stages. Why Muslim charity?
Actually, I think the cause behind what they have, my dear brother, is one, in the papers it came about this lady who had actually lost her life sitting on a tonga and going from the city of Jam to like a probably more affluent city in like Faisalabad, which is like a bigger city. There were about 56 kilometers that particular horse and a cart had to travel. Actually, you see, we did mention that the situation in Jam is pretty impoverished. Yet, that really is not one of the main reasons why sometimes women are negligent about their pregnancy. The thing is, it has a culture. It has a culture whereby women generally don't leave their houses in a situation like this. So people sitting over here, they will agree with me. People who come from that part of the world, from that part of Pakistan, they will agree that those women in their houses, in the villages, it's not that they're particularly poor. I mean, that part of Punjab is actually a very affluent part of Punjab. You know, you get all the top crops coming from there. But fact of the matter is that the people have those people have a mindset. The women have a mindset, and then they are negligent. So you know, that was something which was constantly bugging me and bothering me, and I wanted to do something like that in Pakistan with probably one of the organizations there who were already working. So by the twist of fate, I came across Pirzada Sahab, who is the chairman of this organization, and he called me over and he told me to go and see the hospital. I saw the hospital, I couldn't believe it, you know, right in the middle of nowhere, such a huge facility. And he said, this is what I've done, and I plan to do as many as I can. And I said, when I saw that, I said, that is something that I want to do, and I'd like to be a part of it.
MashaAllah, and here we are today. 5 hospitals are complete in Pakistan. I visited 2 of them. I visited the Jammu one. We were there together only last year, I believe. That's enough of questions from me. The mic is somewhere roaming around. If you'd like to ask a question, if you just raise your hand, and the mic will come. We'll start with the ladies first. The lady on this table here, and then we'll go back to the gentleman there. Yes, your question.
Hello, assalamu alaikum. My name is Seema. In fact, you see, I used to have a nursing home myself, and then I had a little bit experience about the background of the medical side as well. My question is, you know, I think you're doing the great job, you know, which is the hospital. And then if somebody asks me, what would you like to go for? Are you going to go for the mosque, or will you go for the hospital or charity hospital, or looking after the women who has no knowledge about anything about their pregnancy, their body, and their age, you know? But I discovered, because I'm very much interested into that as well. I wish you make me useful, you know, to work with the women who should have a little bit of knowledge about themselves, you know, how can they go through the process, you know, of the pregnancy, and what is the age group as well. I think what you should do about the age group, what I notice in the pictures, you know, the quite old ladies are pregnant, quite old ladies are having a babies, you know. So you should emphasize on the age group as well.
Thank you very much.
You know?
Junaid.
This is a very, very important thing about the age group of the women, how long they go on, you know, delivering the babies, you know. No, it's a lack of education. I think what you should do, I think you should include some women who can emphasize on that side as well, you know. It's a lot of complications about having a baby, you know, in the older age.
Thank you very much. It's a very good question. I think I'll answer part of it and I'll hand it over to Junaid. At the same time as these hospitals are being built, you've got to remember the focal point of getting knowledge about pregnancy, about advice on that is these hospitals. And unless we have these centres, it's not easy in a country like Pakistan to start distributing leaflets or giving out books, but when you have these centres, it's a lot easier with the Junaid.
Can I just add one more thing? When the women are coming, older age group, that is the time you can talk to them personally, one-to-one basis. Leaflets are never work, because people are not very illiterate people. If they cannot read and write, you know, how can they
Absolutely.
absorb what you're talking about? But if you have some people out there and talking to them personally, look, this is enough. You have 1 child or 2 child, that should be enough. It's not against Islam, to be honest.
I think we get the gist of the question. Brother Junaid.
That's a tough one.
I'm a very tough person. I always have the tough person.
Really, I mean, I honestly, I don't know what to say on this. अब हो गया बच्चा तो मेरा मतलब है कि हम जो मदद कर सकते हैं वो हम कर देंगे, तो बहन से कह देंगे भाई आइंदा तू जरा ख्याल कर, लेकिन अभी तो हो गया, तो हम उसकी जो मदद कर सकते हैं वो कर देंगे हम. This is actually a separate topic, and you need psychiatrists to actually come and speak to them. It's a separate topic. We basically are in the field of health and
Yes.
of constructing hospitals.
Well,
So
I
we
think-
just keep ourselves to that.
I think in the question we found the answer as well, that it is an area we need to work on. Is there another question now? There was a gentleman on that side first, and then I'll come to you, inshallah. The gentleman there on that
Ji.
side.
Mr. Sulaiman. Wa alaikum assalam, my dear sir. How are you?
Hello, engineer. I think I agree with the project. It's doing a wonderful job. My simple question is, because I come from Lahore and we know a lot of poor families there. Only recently, a month ago, somebody lost a child. I want to know where this hospital is in Lahore. That's a simple question.
Brilliant, sir. Brilliant. In fact, what I would like to do is, I will ask Sabu if, Mr. Sulaiman is actually one of my engineer mates, because he actually has graduated from the University of Engineering and Technology in Lahore. And so you was also in mechanical?
Yes,
Mechanical. And my line was also mechanical, and we both graduated. He graduated a little earlier. The hospital is actually near the university. It's very near the university. If you be, yes, Shalimar Garden. If you remember the Shalimar Gardens, so the hospital is right behind the Shalimar Gardens, and it's a very thickly populated area. So, inshallah, I would request Sabu to see if a visit can be arranged. He can visit his own university, which is now 10 times bigger, and we can also host him at the hospital. Would you like that, sir?
When I'm in Pakistan, I don't mind, but obviously it is...
As and when, inshallah. As and when, inshallah. Ji.
And to the sister in the middle, if we could take the microphone over to the sister in the middle there. We're just going to take 2 more questions after this, and I know dinner is waiting to be served, but there'll be plenty of opportunity to have this dialogue after dinner is served. Yes, Dean.
My question is कि पाकिस्तान में इतनी ज़रूरत है हॉस्पिटल की, तो हम सोमालिया में क्यों फॉर्म फिला रहे हैं? Why not stick to Pakistan? पहले अपना घर बसा लें, फिर दूसरों को बसा लें.
Actually, my dear sister, it's actually not like trying to inhabit your own house or inhabit your own country. It's a cause, it's a cause. And Allah Rabbul Izzat has now given us the resources by His grace. People from different countries, they get in touch with you and they tell you that we have such and such facilities and resources in our country. You come, you help us, you guide us, you have the experience. So we send our experts there, and we mobilize the whole area and the whole community, and that's how we come up with projects like these. We were doing a project in Malawi. It took us a while for that project to get off the ground, because the people over there were not agreeing as to which city we should build the hospital in. Should we make it in Ballantyre? There was another city, name of the city? Ballantyre. And then Lilongwe. Should the hospital be made in Lilongwe or should it be made in Ballantyre? So there was a discrepancy, and the project was not going off the ground for almost a year. So it's basically the people of that country who help you in doing this. And because we have the expertise to do this, now we are along the line 16, 17 countries, and inshallah we have made this as our goal. Inshallah, in times to come. I have told Sabu, the one thing that I want to do is build a state-of-the-art hospital in the United Kingdom by Muslim charity. This is what we want to do.
Inshallah, just one more question, and then I'm going to ask the Junaid jamshed to just do one very short sheet for us. The brother on that table there. Can we take the mic over, please?